right, here we are. Friday night. The time is right for some rock and roll and some talk and some fun. This is the Decibel Geek Podcast Friday night live stream. Oh, it's a big one tonight. We got some friends. Thank you. You better trim that applause down. People aren't going to believe that.
That was totally real.
Live studio audience with us. Hey, if you guys are with us tonight, we got the comment section wide open. You guys can hit us up with your comments, say hello, stop in. Like I said, this is a big one because this is the first official announcement for Rocknpod. The next one, if you've been to Rocknpod in the past, you know what a big deal this is, and we're going to have some fun tonight. Joined by myself, Aaron Camaro. I'm joined by Chris Sinzak, as always, and by Tracy is with us too. Yeah.
Hello. Happy Friday.
I see the comments hitting already. Everybody's saying hello. Everybody's excited to see Tracy and to hear the news that we're going to lay on you tonight. Happy Friday, everyone.
Happy Friday.
Finally made it, and it's not like 2 degrees. It's nice. It's much better this week than last week.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It was cold in Nashville.
Yes.
So we've been talking behind the scenes and stuff, and as I made a post to make it clear, because everybody's already hitting me up going, hey, I want to be a part of Rocknpod, and I want my band to be a part of Rocknpod. I'm like, okay, here's my favorite thing to say. I'm not the guy running it anymore. That's this wonderful woman who is going to take it to the next level and do a great job, but I'll be, helping out and advising and all that good stuff. But you've got some news you want to share and let people know what the plans are.
Yeah, so thanks for letting me be on and spread the word. So we've had a lot of you asking about when's the next Rocknpod, where are we in the planning process? And obviously we appreciate all your interest, and we are working feverishly trying to get it together for the next one. We started this process back in probably April or May of 2023, trying to get a date together, trying to get our plans going, get it rolling for the next one, ride the momentum that we have as we try to do every year, ride the momentum we have on to the next one. And this process is, of all the things that I thought might be obstacles in taking on this, this event, this particular thing of getting the date and the venue, I didn't think would be such an exhausting, long process, but it has been. So we were very, very close to having a date in 2024 this year. That was our intention. We wanted to put it on in 2024, but with the venue and all the other issues we had, we're just not going to be able to do it in 2024. So we're going to be looking at spring of 2025 for the next Rocknpod. So please know that that was not the plan. That was not what we were working towards. That was not the goal. But it's just the way it worked out with the venue and all the obstacles we had and trying to get a date locked in with them. It's going to be in 2025. So spring of 2025 is what we're looking at. We don't have everything finalized, so I don't want to say anything about an exact date, but just to give you guys an idea, if you're a planner, a budgeter, you want to keep that in mind. I guess as far as a timeline for this year and what's next, I would say a date, hopefully before Memorial Day, we'll have an exact date, and podcast registration and local band registration, like to have, and tickets on sale, all of that, hopefully by the summer of this year. If you have been with us in the past, maybe a few months ahead, we'll put the tickets on sale and things like that, but we're going to do it a good bit ahead of time this time. So if you're a budgeter, planner, just be planning on spring 2025 to be with us. And hopefully in the spring, summer, we will have tickets you can buy, registration for podcasters, local bands, all that good stuff. That'll be ready for you to buy. And we'd love to have you join us. And sorry, no 2024, but we appreciate your patience and understanding as we go into this, continue to plan.
Yeah. And just from my perspective, I just want to say that, I back you up on this, because it's every year. That's the hardest thing, is getting a confirmed date and the venue locked in, because And as I've known for several times, you may think you have a date or a venue locked in, and then something will come up and completely take it out. What does that sound?
Well, and I just to give y'all a little bit of background too, 4 or 5 months into asking, I finally had a contract in my hand on a late Friday afternoon. And on Monday afternoon, when I rolled back into town from a show I went to in Indiana, I received a notification that said that contract had been recalled. And when I called the venue, they said, your date has been given and we have a contract with somebody else. So that's why we can't, we're not going to say anything until we absolutely know for sure, because we don't want to, we don't want you to make plans that you have to revise any more than we want to revise our plans, right?
Yeah, and same thing that I went through when I was running it. The last thing you want to do is steer people the wrong way, where they end up planning, travel and hotel around a date, and you're not 100% locked in. So a contract is worth its weight in gold when it comes to event planning. So
because literally, I had one in my hands for like 48 hours, and then it was taken away because her date had been given to someone else. So when we give you the date, we want to know that that's when it is. We appreciate people budget and plan. Obviously, I'm a planner, so I appreciate that. I'm a budgeter, so we will keep you posted as soon as we are official and we know, okay, this is our date. We're locked in. Mm-hmm. We'll announce it. We'll give everybody, a heads up of when tickets go on sale, when registration opens, the cost, all that stuff. So stay tuned to this channel and we'll be back with more details once they get solidified.
Yeah.
All right, nice. Yes. I mean, we've seen in the last couple of years, there's been festivals and stuff that have said, it's this date and these are the bands that are going to be there. People buy their airfare, they pay for their hotels, they do all that stuff. And then last minute, it's like, oh, it's not happening. Well, those people, they're screwed. They can't go back and be like, sorry, the event I was planning on going to got canceled, so I need my money back. And the airlines, the hotel, none of that's going to work with you. You're going to be so it's better to know for sure. And then say, okay, these plans are solid. We can book everything we got to do and not have to worry about it getting canceled. So
exactly.
If we got to wait a little bit extra longer.
That's right. Gives us more time to make it better. That's what we say. So we can really work on it.
It's going to be worth it. It's going to be
and part of kind of my new role with it is I get to be more of a cheerleader for it. I'll be advising on stuff, but I get to have more of the fun, creative part now.
Yeah.
And part of that is I want to get back to doing the Rocknpod live stream that I was doing a little bit last year and do podcaster roundtables, get people that are past guests of the event or, even guests that we want to have. Maybe it'd be a good way to sell them on it. But, do that, get people from the music industry that we would want to have involved, from the podcasting industry. We want to be a lot more visible in the ramp up to this. So there will be,
we're going to have a lot more time to ramp up on it.
Yeah.
And that's what I was saying about the tickets will be going on sale. The registrations will be open a lot sooner than we normally have them.
Yeah.
Obviously, that's just to be transparent for cash flow purposes. We take your money in and we use that to get the guests, to pay for the things that we need. So we're going to give you as much heads up as we can as to when everything goes on sale, but just mark it in your calendars, spring of 2025, that you're coming to Nashville to be a part of Rocknpod. Yeah. Bring the family, bring the friends, all of it.
Yeah.
And I like it. It's in the spring because the weather.
I know. Well, that is the goal. Spring of every year is the goal. Yeah. So this is going to be our first stab. And that was the other reason for waiting till 2025 is because as time went on in the year, the farther and farther into 24 it was going to have to be, it was making it literally impossible to be able to turn around and do it in spring of 25. Less than a year. We would start one, do it, it'd be over, and then we'd be against the wall to get it done for 25. So in order for us to have it spring of every year, which is right now the goal, this is kind of how we're going to have to do it.
Yeah,
sadly, out of things are out of our control. So, but that's okay. That gives us more time to just ramp up to it, as Chris said, and just have everything ready and. It's going to be good. So stay tuned.
We'll be a lot more visible on our socials and stuff. And there's going to be a lot more fun stuff to do in the meantime. So it'll be It'll be good. We're going to take a look back. I've got a million photos from the last few years. There's some great video that we got from our friends at Meat Hook from the last one. So there's going to be a lot of cool stuff uploaded to YouTube. There's going to be live streams. There's going to be a lot of fun stuff to celebrate the past of it, but also try to ramp up. And then, we always try to top ourselves. That's going to be the case again this time.
Yep. Always doing it. So we'll take it one day at a time and just keep planning and just stay tuned, and we'll give you more details as they become more concrete.
Yep.
Yep. For
And
sure.
in just the off chance that somebody happens to be watching this and has no idea what we're even talking about, Rocknpod is a big old party that we have every single year. Well, mostly every single year. We've had a couple, we had the whole 2020 thing going on, but for the most part, for a long time now, we've been having this big party in Nashville. And what we do is we invite all the rock and roll podcasters. We invite all the rock and roll podcast fans, the fans of the music, and we bring in rock stars to intermingle with all this. So you get a chance to not only see your favorite podcasters in action, talking to some of your favorite rock stars, you get to see live panels up on the stage. You're going to get meet and greet opportunities. You get to get merch that you probably can't get anywhere else. We got all the best vendors from all over America come to Rocknpod. They come to Nashville to go to Rocknpod, and they only bring the rock with them because they know the audience. So if you're a fan of rock and roll, this is something you definitely want to pay attention to. The announcement is here now. It's happening in the spring of 2025. And if, man, that sounds like a good time to you, and I can tell you, I've been at every single one. It is a good time. It's one of the best parties I've ever been to in my entire life. And Chris nailed it. It gets better every single year. And, no offense to Chris Sinzak or anything, but I think everybody's betting that Tracy's going to take it and make it the best one yet.
Hey,
Well,
I'm hopeful for, I'm rooting for it. Believe me.
it takes a team. And I will also make one request of everyone, and also to kind of follow up on Chris's post from the other day. It was a hard decision for Chris to step away and go into this role that he's doing, but he did that because he thought that was what was best for his family, his mental health, his finances, all of that stuff. So what I would ask of you guys is, if you have questions, complaints, whatever it is, and your knee-jerk reaction is to reach out to Chris, please don't. Reach out to me. I don't want Chris to get so overwhelmed in this process he completely runs away from us. And if you're the person that runs him off, I'll hunt you down because I need him here and I need his support. So let's please be respectful of Chris's new role, and let's, put the questions to me, put complaints to me, whatever it is, direct those to me, give him a break. Let's let him be creative and help in that capacity. And, I will feed you as much information as I have it. I hope if you've worked with me in the past, I'm going to be detailed about it. I'm going to make sure you got all your intel, but let's be respectful of Chris's new role, and let's not blow up his messages or I will come hunt you down. Yeah. Leave him alone.
I'm just glad I'm not the guy that has to say no anymore.
Well, I've had people reaching out to me. Hey, I hear that you're doing this now. So keep those things coming. That's fine. I'll just tell you, we're in the planning stages. Same thing I'm saying here, but we appreciate you wanting to be involved, obviously. And thank you for reaching out. That means a lot. So, that's all, it's all good stuff. So we'll keep you posted.
I did. And the underlying good part is that there's people that are excited for it to come back.
Right. And we appreciate all of that enthusiasm.
So but I'd much rather you bug me with that than to not hear anything at all. Like, right. I don't want a tumbleweed to go flying by, Right. I'm glad people are excited about it. That's great.
Right. Well, we're going to keep you posted. Stay here. We'll keep you up to date. For now, just mark those calendars for the spring of 2025, budget some money, save some time off work, and come join us.
Heck yeah.
Let me go. I'll do something. This is just me floating an idea by, but it's an idea I had the other day. And you tell me if you think this is cool. I want Aaron's input on this too. Okay. So the day after Rocknpod is always kind of like an X factor. Like some years we've done the movie thing. Some years we've done, a band performing, and we could do something like that again also. That's no problem. But I had an idea the other day. What about a Rocknpod bowling tournament the day after Rocknpod.
You're a nerd.
Why not? My original idea was softball, but then weather could always screw it all up. That's why I thought bowling.
Yeah, you're going for the indoor sports. Pickleball's
Yeah.
big now.
Or we could do some kind of athletic challenge.
Battle of the podcast stars.
Hey, well, I'm just looking at I'm looking out for the fellow out of shape podcasters. That's why I picked bowling. That's why I'm not going to pick something really challenge like actual tackle football. I went to Rocknpod and I got a broken nose.
Yeah, broke my arm. Thought you were going to a Rocknpod. Yeah,
I see Mackenzie's on my side. I got one person. I'm out. My back sucks. That's Mark Alden Taylor.
All right. Us can watch you jokers bowl, I guess.
Who wouldn't want to bowl? Bowling's fun.
Eastside Bowl, crank up some tunes.
Yeah, exactly. You got the arcade there.
Pie.
That was what I was thinking. Eastside Bowl would be perfect for it.
Yeah.
Sounds like an idea. We'll put it on the list of possibilities.
Yeah, just an idea. But I know you've got a concert you got to go to. Tracy's off to see a death metal band, right?
Exactly.
Nice.
Okay. See? Just
cool. Well, thanks for joining us. And
thank you guys for having me. Good to see y'all. And thanks everybody for your support. And stay tuned.
All right. We'll see you later.
All right. See you guys.
Bye.
Hey, Tracy. Man, awesome. I'm so excited. I can't wait for 2025 now. I had enough. 2024 sucks. Let's go. I'm ready.
Yeah, it's been quite a year already.
Well, you're going to find out the magic of what I've known all along is that the cheerleader role, pretty awesome. Pretty awesome.
It sounds a lot more fun than booking people's flights and the hotel room.
Yeah, no. And then being at Rocknpod and me having to grab you and be like, nope, you need to take a couple of pictures with people. You got to slow down for a minute.
Yeah.
You'll be able to do that this year.
Oh yeah. I definitely want to at least do a couple of interviews. I want to actually get some actual material for our show for a change.
Yeah. Well, maybe then what I need to do is, find me a couple of alternates to grab the microphone and introduce people on stage every so often for me.
Right.
I'll be keeping my eyes out. I'm looking for talent.
Yeah. Oh, like a fill-in master of ceremonies.
Yeah, just like I can, introduce the whole thing and then maybe introduce the first one. And then if we got something going on, then I hand it off to somebody else. Hey, this thing's up next. You need to handle that for me. I'll be back in a minute.
Right on.
Yeah, I can do that.
So what's been going on with you?
Just like everybody else, work my ass off all week long, just trying to get to Friday night. And here we damn finally are. And I'm glad for that. I'm grateful for it. I got a cold beer sitting next to me. I got my friend Chris Sinzak with me. I got a bunch of awesome people tuning in and checking it out. And it don't get much better than that.
And we got a couple buddies coming on at the top of the hour. Josh Toomey and Baco are coming on to join us this time.
Nice.
So yeah, some good friends. But yeah, no, we recorded our best of 2023 the other day, and sounds like it's going to be a banger of an episode.
It's like 2.5 hours long. Let me tell you, I've been working on the edit of it, and yeah, it's about 2.5 hours long. So you can expect to see that Sunday night. If you're, taking it to work with you on Monday, it'll be ready to go for you. But yeah, it's a mega episode for sure.
Did you see that Google sheet I shared with you with all my contenders on it?
No, I didn't see it. I guess I must have missed that.
I shared it with you while we were recording, but okay. It's got all my color coding and everything on there.
It's insane. But I'll tell you this, and you'll find out when you listen to the episode that Chris really, really went in depth on that thing his notes were insane. And so, like I said, I haven't seen him, but just hearing him talk off of it, and it's like, made me feel bad. It's like, geez, I just picked my favorite 10 albums of the year. This guy's got a spreadsheet with color coding and all kinds of different stuff in it, but it really added a lot to it. There's a lot you can learn from this episode coming up.
Well, it's kind of two different schools of thought with how we went about it. So like you definitely did it more the old school way. You're like, what 10 albums spoke to me the most in this last year? Which is honestly, you did it. It's more of an honest way to do it. I mean, with me though, but I'm also OCD where I'm like, well, what did I miss out on? What did I not listen to that could have made this list?
Yeah.
And that's also why we wait longer than a lot of other shows, because the other shows give us, good ideas, and when Josh and Baco come on, Baco and I had a conversation earlier where I'm probably going to get grilled, but we'll talk about that when we get there. But there's no harm in finding inspiration from others, but and that would help put my list in perspective, and I also try to find stuff I would have never found otherwise. But yeah, just a bunch of amazing songs came out this past year, and I think you guys are going to like the episode for sure. It was a lot of work, but it's always fun to put it together.
Yeah, it definitely is. I've gone that route in the past too, where I've tried to go back and like really look and make sure there's nothing I missed, but it never fails. I still miss stuff anyway. It's like I did it that one year where I did kind of the same thing as you and really, really tried to look and search and listen to other shows. And then like, okay, and it drove me fucking nuts, to try to do that, it's like my brain's just not built that way to do these things. So to force myself to do it. And then in the end, like something would come up and I'd be like, oh shit, that came out this year. I totally forgot. I love that album. I can't believe I left it off. So it never mattered how much work I did. There was always still something I was going to miss.
Right. I'm going to go ahead and message our other guests and see if they want to come on any earlier, since we got done with her a little earlier than expected.
See the Dead Kennedys?
No.
Don't say it.
I'm helping her out. She's the Rocknpod organizer. She should be going to a death metal show, but she's not.
No, I don't. That's why I said don't. I don't even know what it is she's going to see, but it's like I hope she don't say what she's going to see, because we're gonna all laugh.
I'll let everyone else speculate. But no, hey, I listen to non-rock stuff all the time too. I'm the guy who took my wife to see Hall & Oates and Tears for Fears just a couple of years ago. So
you're the guy singing Angel of the Morning in the car.
Ay, ay.
I mean, you can't.
This joke is fresh out of the bakery.
It's always fresh, never stale.
Nobody gives you shit over that rodeo song that you played in that one episode.
Did you see that I snuck it into another episode?
A couple
of
did.
Yeah, I snuck it in there a couple of weeks ago. I was waiting for somebody to say something, and nobody ever did.
That's bad that I didn't.
So when we did the Geek Wire a couple of weeks ago, and you were talking about the dude from Puddle of Mud and how he was going to do country music.
Yeah, Wes Scantlin.
And so lately, what I've been doing on the Geek Wire is just to make them a little more fun. I put in just random song clips, the stuff that we're talking about, and I thought, well, I don't want to play, a clip of Puddle of Mud. And this country, whatever he's talking about, hasn't even come out yet. So, and if it did, I probably wouldn't want to play a clip of that. But wouldn't it be funny if instead of playing like Puddle of Mud or some country song or whatever, I played that song? So what I did was, as soon as you were done talking about him going country and me going, nobody gives a shit about that, I fade into a clip of that song. And nobody noticed.
Who was the artist? Gary something?
Gary Lee.
Gary
Lee and Showdown, I think, is the name of the band.
Where did you even find that song? I can't remember.
It's an old Canadian country music song, and you would hear it in Wisconsin from time to time. And
you really are kind of adopted Canadian, like Rich and Wally said.
Kind of, yeah. I am still the undisputed American Canadian champion of the world.
You barely got more than anyone else on that.
I didn't have to cheat.
Who cheated?
Everybody.
I didn't cheat.
In my northern integrity.
Oh,
no.
Man.
Well, bring it up with our friend in a little bit. Baco tried to cheat.
Did he?
But he's from Minnesota, so even cheating isn't going to help him. But Wisconsin's just a little more Canadian, I think.
Right.
Than Minnesota, maybe.
Oh man. Well, they were both responded. They'll be on in about 15 minutes. And man, I've got two really good bracket brawls set up today.
Nice.
So I think it should be fun.
I think the last time we did one of those, we did ugly album covers.
We did the worst album covers.
That was a fun one.
I
Everybody
almost
interacted with that pretty good.
did another round of that, but I was like, no, we'll let that one sit for a little bit and we'll bring it back another time. But also my annual Zoom payment came through, where when I signed up for Zoom, and also when I signed up for the bracket software that I use, both charged me annually in the past week instead of monthly. So we're going to be doing a lot of brackets this next year, and we're going to be doing a lot of Zoom this next year
to pay
because
for
it fucking cost me
to make it worthwhile.
Yeah, like it's like one day, boom, your annual subscription is hit. Damn, $150. Boom, your bracket thing, and I signed up for that bracket thing. I was just using it for New Year's Eve.
Yeah.
And then out of nowhere, boom, $150. I'm like,
holy shit. Dang.
I was like, so we're going to do a lot of bracket brawls in the next year to make up for this.
What would you possibly do to use like the bracket software that much to make it worthwhile?
I don't know, but we're going to find out. No, it's great software because it can include images, and it keeps it tallied for you and everything. It's nice. It's very, and it was easy to set these two up today. So it's definitely awesome, but it's like, I didn't think I was going to get hit with an annual fee. And I'm like, motherfucker. So,
man, I got to come up with an app that keeps score for Beat the Geek.
I'm sure there's something out there.
Great. Now, I don't know. Yeah, I guess you'd have to program it to be that specific because it's hard to keep track of the rules in that game, or the score, I should say.
Yeah. But yeah, so that we'll do that in a little bit. They're going to be on with us shortly. And I don't know, like any particular rock stories that you've heard in the last couple of days. It seems like every time we record GeekWire, the next day or the day after, some story comes along. I'm like, why the fuck didn't that come out before?
Yeah, every time.
Anything that's kind of been notable to you?
I haven't really had a chance to look. I think I saw some kind of headline about David Lee Roth talking about Wolfie.
Oh yeah. What a story this is.
Tell me about it, because I don't know anything about it outside of that.
I can't find the story right off, but I can just sum it up what happened. So, initially they did there was a story about Roth talking about Sammy being abducted by aliens. Cause Sammy's told that story about years ago, about like how when he was like a teenager, he claims he was abducted by aliens. Like Sammy's said this in interviews. And then Roth did like a slam piece on his YouTube channel saying like that he got his ass probed or something. So Roth is kind of like just coming out guns blazing on his podcast or his YouTube channel now.
Oh.
And he did one on Wolfie, and the video initially was titled "This Fucking Kid," and then of course YouTube will ding you for that, and he doesn't want to lose out on ad revenue, so he changed it to "This Crazy Kid." And it's him kind of talking like he's a nightclub, like a lounge guy, saying like, so we're on the Van Halen tour, and every night's going, and like we're having a great night, and this fucking kid starts complaining to everyone around him that Dave's not paying enough attention to me. Why doesn't Dave pay enough attention to me? And I'm like, yeah, whatever, kid. I'm just doing my job and blah, blah, blah. And he's like, and then we're at Jones Beach in New York in front of 20,000 of my best friends. And I've got these two dames down in the pit area that are my guests for the evening. And this fucking kid has them thrown out to try to teach me a lesson or something.
Oh, dang.
And then he recalls another happened where they played their last two shows at the Hollywood Bowl. And he says he had a woman on the guest list that night, and she showed up and actually, and in both stories, the woman that he's referring to is like she's not like a groupie. She's the accountant for the band, and she's got like bonus checks for each band member.
Yeah. Nice.
So he's like, this kid's a fucking idiot, basically is what he's saying.
Yeah.
And that Wolfie was trying to like rein Dave in by, throwing his weight around, quite literally.
But he actually kicked out the lady with the bonus checks.
Yeah.
Wow.
So Dave's just going scorched earth on everybody now, it seems like.
Well, I mean, that is some kind of funny stuff. You know, hey, why ain't Dave paying attention to me? Are we talking about like up on stage? Like supposed to like, hey.
No, he's like saying that Wolfie's doing that behind the scenes, like bitching at everybody that Dave's not interacting with him enough on stage.
That's what I meant. Yeah, on stage.
Yeah. Oh, I thought you meant like him saying it on stage. No, he wasn't doing that.
I don't know. That sounds, I mean, that seems like things, you know, if that really happened like that you'd say, you know, what the fuck, you know?
Yeah. But it sounds like Dave's I don't know. I've been worried about Dave for a while now. He doesn't seem all with it lately. Oh, and another rumor, whoever Facebook user is, about the Eric Gronwall rumor. Did you see my post about that today?
No.
So I just saw a couple other people on Facebook posting about it. So I'm not saying I don't know any real info on this, but apparently there's a rumor going around that Arnel Pineda has been fired from Journey and replaced by Eric Gronwall, and he's out of Skid Row now.
Oh. Well, I don't know, man.
I don't think it's legit.
Yeah, because Eric Gronwall don't seem like, because Journey always wants guys that sound like Steve Perry. I don't think, unless he can morph himself to sound like Steve Perry, kind of the way he did to sound like Sebastian Bach.
He can hit the notes. He did a Separate Ways cover like a few months ago, and it's good. It doesn't sound as, I mean, Arnel sounds right for that job. It wouldn't shock me if Arnel Pineda quit Journey, because he's made it kind of clear over the last year through Twitter that he's not happy in the band.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't be shocked if he left the band or was fired, but I don't see Eric Gronwall being the replacement if he is, but who knows? Like, you know, anything could happen.
Yes, if you got to choose and you're going with the money, you got to go with Journey.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure Journey would pay better. Adam and C, I don't think that's legit. Eric posted a video talking about being compared to Sebastian Bach all the time. Yeah, I don't know. I think it's much ado about nothing. I just think it's somebody decided to concoct a rumor about it.
You know, it'd be a lot of fun if Sebastian Bach joined Journey.
Oh,
imagine the headline there.
God.
Him and Neil Sean working together.
Ugh.
Blabbermouth salivating thinking about that.
Imagine hearing "Send Her My Love" by Journey, and then all of a sudden, "Mother Trucker." Brian Murphy, I hope that's not true about Arnel. I mean, I'm not saying it is, but I mean, he's definitely been unhappy in the band. They've been jousting with each other on Twitter for the last year. I mean, Jonathan Cain's still in the band, and him and Neil Sean hate each other. Yeah. But they show up for the money, you know. But they clearly hate each other. And like Arnel made it a post something like, "If I'm not needed, then I'll happily leave." He, you know, it's been out there.
How weird must it be to be in a band that you just show up, don't talk to none of the other band members? I mean, everybody knows their parts. So you just get up on stage, you know, you hang out with your wife or whatever. And then when it's time to go on stage, you don't say nothing to nobody. You just go up there, you do your thing. When the show's over, you just go back. The wife's waiting on you. You get in the van, you go back to the hotel by yourself, you know, and then that's a job, you know, that ain't much fun. That's a job.
Oh, bands at that level, most of them are just a job now.
Yeah, I'm sure.
I don't think most of these guys even like each other. Even Motley Crue. I think Nikki and John 5 are friends, but other than that, I don't think there's really any friendships in that band.
Yeah. All business.
Motley Crue's supposed to be putting out a new song soon.
Yeah, I saw that. John 5 says it's awesome.
Well, he's the guy getting paid to be in the band, so of course he says that.
Well, but he's a Motley Crue fan, so, you know, maybe he can help them recapture something. I don't know. I got hope for it. I hope for it to be good.
Well, I'm more interested in Motley Crue releasing a new song than going to see them live.
Yeah. For sure.
At least they can do some studio trickery on Vince to make it sound decent.
Well, kind of like Dokken. I was more excited for the new album than I'd ever be to go see him live.
Yeah, I don't plan on seeing Dokken live anytime soon. I don't know. I will say with Sebastian Bach, yeah, he's a shithead, but he's on Steve O's podcast this week, and it was actually really fucking entertaining.
Did we ever talk about his new song?
I think we did on the show.
Okay. I like it. I think it's pretty cool.
It's pretty good. I mean, I think I like it better than anything off the new Skid Row album. I'll give it that.
I don't know. I have to listen to it again. There's a lot of stuff on that new Skid Row album, latest Skid Row album, that I
Yeah.
actually like quite a bit.
I like the new one. The video's fucking stupid, but
Yeah.
but the song's good.
Yeah.
And even though our friend Craig Gass is in the video, it's just not well done. But no, he's on Steve O's show this week. And do you know about Steve O being a big metalhead growing up?
I mean, you got to figure. I mean, what, isn't he from LA? Didn't he hang out in that scene and all that?
No, he's from Canada.
Oh, okay. No, I didn't know that.
He's from Toronto. And but no, he's had this story on his show a few times. Like, he was a giant Motley Crue fan.
Oh, yeah. I seen a video about that where he got to meet him and all that.
Yeah, like he did the smart thing. And I used to do this trick. You find out who the road manager is for the band, and you call around to the hotels in town and ask for the road manager, because the road manager is not going to use an assumed name. And
Right.
that's how you find out where the band's staying. I did that with Kiss a lot.
Yeah.
And he did that with Motley Crue in Canada, and found, Doc McGee, and found Doc McGee's room, and he'd be like, "Hey, I want to meet the guys." And Doc's like, "Who the fuck are you?" And then he hung up and ran down there. But yeah, he was a giant Motley fan, met all the guys. And then he had Sebastian on his show, and they're talking about, Sebastian's talking about how he's like, "You mentioned the Motley Crue Toronto show on the Girls tour." He's like, "I was at that show. I was backstage, because the night before that show, Bach was in a band called VO5, named after the Hairspray.
Oh, wow.
And Nikki Sixx and Tommy Lee had showed up at Rock and Roll Heaven in Toronto, which was a club out in Toronto, to check them out, just to see them. And that's where they met Sebastian for the first time. This is well before Skid Row.
Wow.
And then invited him to the show the next night at like Maple Leaf Gardens or something. And that was the night Steve O met them. But yeah, Sebastian's like, "Yeah, I was backstage that night when you met them."
Wow. I suppose they have no recollection of that,
Of
because
course not.
neither one of them were anybody at that point.
Yeah, he was just, Steve O was like 13. So, Sebastian was just a nobody from Toronto.
Yeah, he probably wasn't too much older.
Yeah. But I mean, Sebastian's still obnoxious and annoying in the interview, but his stories are great. I'll give him that.
Nice. I'll check that out.
Yeah, he's great at telling stories for sure. But was this Adam NC says, "Anyone looking forward to $1 Billion Babies reissue coming out?" I was, until I found out it's just like only one unreleased song on it. So I'm not sure if I'm going to buy it. And I can't even remember what the unreleased tune is, but I don't know. I've got a really pristine copy of the original pressing, so I don't know that I need to buy that.
I got the CD.
Yeah. Adam NC says, "I'm just glad I don't have to pay $200 to give my opinion here."
Yeah.
I guess that form didn't pop up when you tuned into the podcast.
I guess you weren't paying attention. You'll be getting a bill.
I'll have to get that fixed. Cecil Music is joining. Hey fellas, how y'all been? Hey, where's everybody watching in from tonight? Let us know in the comments where you're watching from. I know a couple of Adam, obviously North Carolina, I'm assuming. Some of you are from Australia though, which it's like 2 a.m. in Australia right now. Y'all are late motherfuckers.
Bars are closed. Let's go check out Decibel Geek, see what they're doing.
Arcadia, California, Brian Murphy. Facebook user, Illinois. Salem, Virginia.
Right on.
Right on. No less witches in Salem, Virginia than Salem, Massachusetts, I'm assuming. David Cathy tuning in from Nashville. We got to get David on the show sometime to talk about him seeing Kiss at Mother's.
Yeah. And cancel these other 2 jokers. Just bring David on.
Dayton, Ohio for Cecil. Right on. Very cool. All right. Any CDs you've picked up in the last week?
I got a few for show and tell, but I figured we'd save that for our guests. Metal Mike was at Ace Frehley last night.
He was. I should have loaded a couple pictures from that in here.
Man, he took some amazing pictures. Voltage Junkie, our friend Metal Mike, the man with the camera. He was sending me some stuff, and I was just like, that dude has got a talent. He's got a real talent for catching those moments. And you just like, man, that looks like it could be on the inside of an album cover, but that's like every photo he takes.
Right. Yeah. He sent me those too, and they look great. Yeah. Glad he got in. I heard he debuted the 10,000 volts song live at the show.
Oh, that was the first time he played it?
Yep.
Nice. It's a great song.
So he said Jeremy got him in with no issues to be a photographer.
Big shout out to Jeremy Asbrock for making that happen. Awesome dude.
Love that guy. I'll do the Ian Wadley. Oh yeah. But no, man. All right. Let me look here and see what we got for Blabbermouth headlines. I love when Blabbermouth reports on people's political thoughts. It's my favorite thing. Thunder Mother released a second single. Haven't listened to that yet. Have you?
No, I haven't had a chance.
What
What else I see? Revolution Saints got a new song.
Yeah, I heard about it, but I haven't listened yet. I had a rough day at work, so I didn't get to listen to much music today.
Man, I was covered in about 15 to 20 gallons of melted ice cream today. Yeah, that was pleasant.
What? What happened?
Freezer malfunction at the one of the places I work at.
Oh, Brian Murphy saw the Y&T documentary. That is a great documentary if you haven't seen it yet. It's on Prime. Despite it having Eddie Trunk as the narrator, it's great. And speaking of Eddie Trunk, here's the guy that does the best Eddie Trunk impression of anyone I know. It's Baco.
Hey guys, thanks for having me.
Baco does some of the best impressions of all kinds of people.
All right.
I'm just trying to get my little video stuff.
Yeah, the music room looks good.
Yeah, it's a fucking clutterfuck. Yeah. I'm trying to get we got a huge Jesus Christ recording session coming up, so I'm trying to get things organized and
hey, I'm representing.
Yeah, right on, buddy.
Nice.
I'd like to announce in completely unrelated news, I've started a band. I've started a new band. We're called Mohammed Pontiac.
Nice.
But it has nothing to do with your band.
I'm happy to be an inspiration once again.
There.
Yes.
Thank you, sir. You are the inspiration.
And also, what few people know is that my name was actually also influenced by Jesus Chrysler.
Aaron Camaro, nice.
Right.
I thought it went the other way. Oh, great. Fucking A. This
and
guy.
Here's Toomey.
This fucking guy.
Here I am.
Quoting David LaRoth. Yeah. Sinzak, Camaro, Toomey. Look, I got it all three right, even though it's flipped there.
Wow, I'm so impressed, Abaco. I'm so impressed.
Yeah, it's not
And
easy.
I'm super hammered. I just got back from Wisconsin, so.
Oh, nice.
They
Is
let
there
you
any
out of
other way to
Wisconsin?
return from Wisconsin?
Yeah, you can't. They actually have a check. They have like a reverse checkpoint that people are used to, where it's like that you do a breathalyzer and they won't let you go until you're below like at least a 0.2.
Yeah.
Not enough. Here's a tall boy.
Visit Wisconsin 3 days later, you're like, I'm so hammered.
Yeah, right on.
Rancho Cucamonga.
Anthony Rouse says, "Hey, Baco." I'll let you guys go.
Hey, Anthony.
Toomey, Brian Callahan. Happy, sad?
Oh, the coach? Yeah, whatever.
Whatever.
Did you think it was going to be Belichick?
No.
No. I thought maybe because he lived here. Maybe that's been something that maybe been in the works. I was surprised that.
Well, did you think the next coach of the Packers is going to be Baco because he was just in Wisconsin for an hour? Like,
maybe someday.
Yeah,
I'd love to see what kind of team he could field.
I've
Baco?
officially been turned down for a coaching job from the Vikings. I have a letter.
Yeah, that's
nice.
right.
I like that.
Turns out I wasn't qualified.
Oh, Cecil's in your corner, Aaron.
Yeah, that was a heartbreak.
That game pissed me off too until like the last 2 minutes. Those were a lot of fun. The last 2 minutes was excellent. Yes,
I bet you enjoyed that.
I'm guessing all of you are picking the favorites in this weekend's games.
I suppose. I don't think I can watch the Super Bowl if the Chiefs go. I'm sorry, Chris, but I know it's going to touch a lot of people, but I don't need more shots of Taylor Swift. And for the Swifties, I don't want to see Kelsey's brother either. Okay, it's all annoying. Just show it once. Jesus.
You saw
I
that
can't do
post earlier today too, where apparently you're a horrible human being if you have a problem with it.
Oh my God. It's like the only thing that can be is I don't want to get into it. No, sorry. No. No. Yeah. All I'm gonna say is if you post that shit, you're a fucking idiot and you're wrong. So yeah. 95% of the people who have complained about it have been about the coverage. Has nothing to do with her. It's that do you have to keep fucking cutting away for this?
It's all the cutaways. That's the issue.
Oh, but it's okay if it's a guy. I'll tell you this: I watched that entire game, and I missed the Jason Kelsey footage, and it would have annoyed the shit out of me if I saw it. But that just shows you they didn't do it anywhere near as much. So anyway,
I don't know. I got to think if I was a kid in the 70s and Kiss just started showing up.
No, Aaron, no, stop it. You will stop it.
Kiss was up in the booth. I'd be like, hey, they're not showing Kiss enough.
I mean, you have to think about it like this. The Chiefs have the worst gaggle of fans. You've got Jackson Mahomes, Brittany Mahomes, Chris Czynszak, Taylor Swift, and Jason Kelsey now. I mean,
the five of in that fucking family. Come on.
A whole bunch of jackasses.
Just a whole gaggle of jackasses.
Wow.
Just the worst.
So much hate.
Oh. It's it's jealousy and envy.
In fairness,
you have everything and we have nothing.
I think even Patrick Mahomes is ashamed of Jackson.
Yeah, I seen that whiny bitch fucking complain about a clear penalty after a game was over during a handshake with Josh Allen. He can go fuck himself too. He's a fucking crybaby. Easy to be a good guy when things are going good.
I'm a fan, but I'm also not.
I'll take him out. Hey, we'll take him in Minnesota, but
exactly. It's just like Bill Romanowski. I hated his guts, but it would have been awesome if he played for them. But no, I mean, the crybaby thing. I used to get on Phillip Rivers for the same thing, so I have no argument there. He does bitch a lot. Yeah,
and Chris, you'll know this from your.
Phillip Rivers never had that kind of meltdown.
Oh, he was the worst.
That was a great play, and now because of a clear penalty, we don't get to have it.
Go back and watch some Charger games if you want.
Phillip Rivers was pretty rough.
He was feisty.
He was the worst. He bitched at every play.
Gutsy little gunslinger.
Oh, now we're gonna throw Favre into the discussion.
All-time Viking great.
Yeah, that's true.
Greatest. It's bad in Tennessee when Titans fans are rooting for the Ravens because there's so much Chiefs fatigue.
Yeah.
That's how
Titans fans probably just hate both teams.
Yeah, well, I'm pretty much I would rather see the Ravens win and then get beat. I'm rooting NFC whoever wins. Let's go Lions. Let's go 49ers. Crush everybody's dreams.
Welcome to Slobber Knockers. My name is Bob, and today I'm joined with.
See, this is what we missed this season. We wanted more of that.
Now we'll talk off camera. Maybe we'll get her fired up for 24. I don't know. Whatever.
I wanted to hear you pretend you didn't know who Patrick was anymore.
Yeah, we had a lot. Maybe that was the problem. We spent too much time focusing on busting your balls to actually cover anything.
No, I felt like I had a podcast to listen to just for me.
Well, you listen to Cobras on Fire for Camaro, and you listen to Slobber Knockers for Czynszak. So
that's true. Yeah, there you go. Please, I got in there somewhere.
Right on.
Yeah, Baco do what?
No, I said I will say the Baco the other day said my name and played the Aaron Camaro laugh, and I was like, "Dude, you're doing it all wrong. You got to play the Judas Priest when you say my name."
To me. I like that on the 2-pick-0 one that came out last week
from 2 years ago.
Oh, was that when you recorded that?
Well,
I think he actually released it back then too. Right?
Yeah, he did. It was a rerun.
Oh, okay.
Oh, LC Fox is big on the reruns this quarter.
It is a brilliant game show. It's an episode that lasts all of a minute and a half, and the intro takes up most of that.
Actually, you know what? That was recorded. God, that was probably 3 or 4 years ago because I think I was still at my old house, and that was 2019, 2020. So yeah.
And didn't you tell me it took 58 minutes to?
Oh God, it was like an hour to record, but leading up to it was all this text messaging back and forth. All right, I'm gonna say this, and then you're gonna say. I'm like, dude, it's just 2-pick-0. We're not putting together an hour podcast here.
That's the brilliance of Elsie.
It reminds me of when Rock and Ron was setting us up with I can't remember who it was. It the guy from Kickin' Valentina, I think.
What?
And
Is that a thing?
yeah, it's a band from Atlanta.
Yeah, they're pretty good.
And Ron kept driving Aaron crazy in the group chat because it was just like a question for every single thing that possibly could happen that evening. And at one point, Aaron just finally responded, he's like, Jesus, we're not booking Robert Plant here.
Oh, no doubt.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're
And
not
then
booking them either.
Yeah. And then it turned out we just wound up taking shots with the guy on camera all night. That was a rough night. Felt like ass the next day.
Man, Camaro coming hard with a Menards shirt.
Yeah, I pointed that out too.
You save big money at Menards.
I know. Well, I'm getting ready to podcast, and I'm in my closet going, Menards or Fleet Farm? Menards or Fleet Farm? I will go Menards tonight.
I haven't heard you guys' take on the Vinnie Vincent $200 Facebook group. Give me your thoughts on this.
Money well spent.
Yeah.
And how bad for your wife?
What else are you going to do with $200 that would be better?
I can think of a lot of things.
I mean, with inflation the way it is right now, $200 is nothing.
Yeah, I mean, you're going to pay that to sit outside of a Taylor Swift concert right now.
It is a bargain when you put it that way.
Oh, yeah.
Jeez.
I mean, hey, if he's going to weed out the riffraff and, get a few subscribers, then I'm all do it. Go for it, man.
Maybe we can spin this into my complaint with the NFL.
What's that?
They should offer a Taylor-free version of the game and charge me like it's $200. I'm in.
Pay extra to not see her.
Don't even fucking mention it or show her. I know she exists and it's okay. Just and she's dating a guy on the field. I get it. So I want to watch the game.
My wife is not a football fan, and she hates the coverage of Taylor Swift in the Chiefs games.
You know why? Because she is a man who is,
my wife is a man
easily. And I'm sorry. I thought everybody who I was just trying to do the card.
And she also rolled her eyes into the back of her head when she saw the Travis Kelce heart thing after the touchdown. I was like, oh, come on, dude. Come on, bro.
She steers into it so much too, and if you want me to talk about her,
my wife.
Oh yeah, that's what I was talking about. Yeah, no, I was talking Swifty.
Talking about toots.
Oh, look at me, football.
I got a jacket made by the guy from the 49ers wife. It's sweet.
49ers wife.
Oh man, but it's it's basically just next year will be Brian Callahan and the Titans versus Kevin O'Connell and the Vikings in the Super Bowl with all of their wives and girlfriends on the camera every 10 minutes, and we're going to love it.
Because that's part of the deal is that Travis Kelce is the only one who has a girlfriend.
Right.
There are no other players on the team that date or are married to anybody that you can show. By the way, I got sick. Remember Kurt Warner's wife, that troll that he's married to?
Her haircut was awful.
I mean, and that, my God, they just wouldn't stop showing her when they started going through the playoffs. I had the exact same reaction then. Brock Purdy, did you hear he was the last player picked in the NFL draft? Fucking A, man. Well, shit. So it's all that kind of stuff. It's that lazy, like, we don't know what to talk about, what to show.
It's
fucking
the creating a narrative and then driving it into the ground.
Yeah. There was a game that Terry Bradshaw and Jimmy Johnson did, and they both did only color, no play-by-play. So it was silent most of the time. And it was one of the best I was like, they needed to do this all the time. I really don't need this constant, like, so we were talking to the coach yesterday, and he was telling us that this guy is a really fine human being. Yeah.
Here is a guy.
that was Collinsworth?
Yeah, that's my Collinsworth.
You gotta slide in. I will say I will give parents, if they want to cut to the parents, I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
A couple times though. But if they have a child with them and he's shirtless, no. Too many creeps out there. Too many.
Shirtless with chains.
Hey, well, let me respond to old Cecil Music here.
Yes, about Vrabel.
I will say, like, everybody was saying how teams were going to line up to hire Mike Vrabel, and some teams might even fire their coach just to hire Mike Vrabel. And I was looking, unless the Seahawks hire him, he's going to be out a year. So I'm kind of like, the way everybody talked about it was just like, well, he's going to be a coach tomorrow. But he interviewed with the Falcons. They hired Raheem Morris. He didn't even get to interview with the Panthers before they hired the Bucs coordinator. So I mean, I don't think he's as hot as commodity as he was.
He might have said no to the Panthers for all we know.
No, he was scheduled.
I would probably be the only person who wouldn't turn down that job because like whatever, fire me. I don't care.
One has what?
I don't know what that means either.
Hasn't it seemed like the whole coach hiring thing has been slow this year compared to other years?
Yeah, purposely.
Well, they had to be because they weren't allowed to hire until this week.
Yeah, they made them wait to do in-person interviews.
But I will say, like, and I think since
you can still hire somebody if you wanted to, and you could do in-person interviews with coaches that weren't on playoff teams.
Yeah, but you still couldn't hire until this week.
I had never heard that before.
It's a new rule they put in.
That you can't hire until this week?
That's right. Until after the divisional round was over.
Because they want to give the coaches that are still coaching opportunities to
Belichick. That's fresh.
That's as fresh as bringing up the Juice Newton joke, right?
Yeah. Tell me the NFL's rigged again. I don't know. Yeah.
But I
Juice Newton, yeah.
Let me get my final Vrabel thing here, and I think Stenzak and even probably Camaro can back me up on it. I think people outside of Tennessee think that Vrabel was this mastermind coach that was winning all the time and whatever. But we've seen the games for the last 2 years, and it's been like this year. In all of my Titan fandom was the first time that I've ever watched a Titans game and just didn't really care. Like, I didn't care if we won or lost. It's like, if we win, great. If we lose, higher draft pick. And I'm not that guy. I've never been, let's just lose and get a higher draft pick. I've always been like, let's win the last 3 games so we have momentum into the next season and all that. I'm still a little torn on if I still feel really weird about this Brian Callahan stuff because I feel like my parents divorced and my dad got remarried immediately and like, this is your new stepmom. And I'm like, but I don't even, I didn't know we were having issues. I didn't even know we were, the family was breaking up. So I'm still taking it back. I mean, I've obviously been listening to and watching all of the Callahan stuff, and it's all roses and unicorns right now because that's how it's going to be. New coach in the building, and we want winners and all the coach speak and all the nonsense. So I'm watching it, but I'm like, we'll see. We'll see when we're 0-3 how all this positivity is going to be next year.
I do hate that whole first press conference, new coach. Sometimes it's good, but a lot of times it's like what you described, and it's just like even the Lions coach, they've been playing his introductory press conference a lot lately because they're doing well now. But I listened to it, I'm like, Jesus Christ, what a jackass. Did he just get this is not fucking Pop Warner football. I mean, it's just like, we're gonna fight, we're gonna do it, we're gonna be the best, we're gonna bite your kneecaps, and then we're gonna punch you in the balls, and then we're gonna lick your balls and maybe move towards the tape. It's like, we're gonna make sure you're happy as well as us.
I don't think he said that.
I think he's reading off the transcript right now.
Yeah, that was word for word what he said.
I have a much different impression of Dan Campbell than I had before.
I just think that the 4 of us could do an introductory press conference for a coach. It's like, we want to be balanced with the run game and the pass game. We want tackles, and we got to start fast and just all the cliche things over and over. And I'm like, and then people are going nuts in Tennessee because he's talking about passing the ball more. It's like, and I don't think the Titans have ever passed the ball. Like, I don't even know we've ever thrown a pass. So.
Gotta get a quarterback.
Yeah.
Well, I think Levis is a good player, but I mean, I don't know. Vrabel always struck me as Jeff Fisher 2.0. I mean, just defensive minded, smash mouth football. Give it to Derrick Henry over and over again and get average receivers. And
I mean, that's been the Baltimore playbook, and it always comes down to when you win. It doesn't matter what kind of style you are, what kind of coach you are. When you lose, you want the opposite of what you have. And I do think Vrabel's one of the top 5 coaches in the league. just above Andy Reid. But Andy Reid might be one of the top 5 coaches of all time. I'm just kidding. Although I got to tell you, as long as he's been around, right? Because he's an old guy now in his mid 60s.
Yeah.
Like, you know, I just had like a scare that I thought was heart related. It turned out it wasn't. But I'm like, how the fuck is that guy just walking around like, you know, like, well, I'm just healthy as fuck. Look at me.
You gotta eat more nuggies.
Nuggies. Oh my god, that is so gross when he says nuggies.
I don't like that commercial either.
Tell me that again, but with the little nuggies. It's like fucking Hannibal Lecter.
But as bad as the Chiefs are and how annoying they are in commercials and Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift and all, they still don't pass up Justin Jefferson though. Like that is probably the most pompous ass on a football field.
Oh, here we go.
Oh wow.
Wow.
Is he that bad?
I'm gonna do the gritty.
You know, talk about Aaron.
You know, I'm pretty content. This is in my football heart right now.
Youngest team in football.
Youngest team in football. Couldn't even get a single player into the Pro Bowl.
Well, none of them are good enough to make it. So that's the way it goes.
Nobody ever expected the Packers to do nothing this year. I didn't even expect.
Man, never heard that before.
But you know, it's not like
Joe Gibbs never gets credit. Who the fuck is this guy?
It's Cecil again.
Oh, Cecil.
Oh, hey Cecil. I think Cecil might be like trying to get our goat here.
Well, in fairness, I haven't heard a damn thing about Joe Gibbs in about 10 years. So
why would you?
I don't know.
Like, what did you hear about Don Shula in the last 10 years? I mean, like, you know,
well, he still has the record.
Nobody talks about Vince Lombardi anymore.
Wait,
Because he's dead.
A trophy named after him, the best trophy.
I will say with Cecil Music, I knew a girl named, and this is not a joke, I'm being honest. A girl I used to work with, her last name was Music, and she married a guy named Hall. And I'm like, you gotta hyphenate your last name to be Music Hall, and she wouldn't do it. She just went Hall. So spelt the same way too, the music language.
Her man named Daryl.
No. Has he ever done an interview with you?
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I just so many it's hard to keep up with.
That was an uncomfortable interview, I must say.
You know, here I'll share the story behind the scenes. So obviously super pumped to get this, right? You know. And I had to do it at work because of the schedule they had, but work was really cool with me. They set up the conference room. They said you just punch out was basically all they told me to do, but I could go in there, lock the door, and have the room to myself. So it was all set up. And I went to the bathroom, and it's about 10 minutes before it, and I get a phone call. And I'm already in the back of my head like, there's no way this is actually going to happen. There's going to be something that says, nope, we're going to reschedule. Because I had tried to schedule with him twice before, and they're like, we're all set up. Sorry, we're going to have to do it at a different time. And so I'm taking a piss and my phone rings. So I literally am at the urinal. I'm like, this must be them. And they're like, hey, Daryl wrapped up early. Can we do it now? And it just threw me off my entire game. At the very beginning, I'm a little extra nervous because I'm like, well, I don't want to no, I needed the 10 minutes. Like I would just, give me 2 minutes to get everything plugged in. So I zip up, wash my hands, go get everything plugged in as quick as I can. I thought he was actually pretty good, all things considered. But yeah, it was I could tell getting into this that I would have done a way better job if we just started 10 minutes later. I was just like, but whatever. You get what you get sometimes. But at least he wasn't I thought he was chippy, but not rude. I like that.
No,
kind of like Steve Albini.
But he's one of those people where you hear him talk and you can just tell there's so much anger underneath what he's saying. And I took my wife to see him and Oates at the arena here in Nashville, and they actually got into a screaming match on stage during the
nice.
They started yelling at each other. It was really crazy to watch.
So
him and Oates, right? Okay.
Yeah. They hate each other.
What's the consensus between those two? Who's the asshole out of them?
I think Daryl's the asshole for sure.
Yeah, Daryl's the asshole, but he's also I'm on Team Daryl, and
but I think he
it's
wrote
all his
most of
fault.
it.
Yeah,
But he wrote most of the best material, and it's one of the things where he probably he deserves more credit. But it's one of those things. Don't be a dick about it, though.
you get to a certain age and fuck it.
Well,
man.
I think that's where he is.
Yeah, I mean, he's just like, fuck you. I did all the goddamn work. I'm tired of sharing credit because you are a fucking loser with a porn stash. I'm goddamn Daryl Hall. So no, I like his approach overall, but yeah, I kind of with you. He could be a little more classy about it, but why? He's gonna die soon, so
he's comfortable in his own skin. I'll give him that.
Yeah, damn right. I love that too, because I was like, one of my like kind of loosen up the interview question was just like, you know, when you work with someone in a band so long, you have these like silly arguments that turn into big things. What something like, and he's like, oh man, he started laughing. He's like, you picked the right day to ask that question, Jesus. So I don't know if fast forward a year, he's like suing the guy because I don't know.
He was able to do your interview because he had just got off the phone with Oates.
That call was scheduled to go 10 minutes. It lasted 1 minute. We're ready to go.
Too funny. All right, we want to do a little bracket brawl. I got 2 brackets. I don't know if you guys want to stay for both, but let's do one. I figured 1994, sadly, is 30 years ago this year.
Wild.
I was a junior in high school at that time, and a lot of great albums got released. So I thought we would do a bracket on the battle for 1994. So a little bit better effects this time.
You even have to do the sound effect. That's awesome.
I know. A big explosion. I still don't have a guy going bracket brawl.
I did that while it was happening, and then I saw a little thing on the top that said, "Oh, it's muted." I was like,
yeah.
"Oh, I don't got to do this no more."
I tried to step up our special effects.
It's nice. I like that.
All right. Any particular albums from 1994 just enter your mind when you hear that year? We'll see if it's on.
That's kind of like the middle of grunge there. So let me think. Like Jar of Flies was 94, right?
Yep.
First Korn album, Far Beyond Driven. Sepultura was 93. 95. I don't know.
Some of those are actually everyone you guys have mentioned is on there. So I'll share my screen and we'll get ready for this high dollar bracket technology that I've invested in, which I didn't plan to.
We might need that in March. Yeah.
Oh yeah, we can do that too. I've got an annual subscription now.
All that Pantheon money, geez.
No,
it's pouring in maybe.
Why is it not?
Pantheon was like, we're not paying for that shit.
All right, and of course I've already got technical difficulties.
Really, they bought me this Under Armour pullover. Yeah,
nice.
Really?
I think I got a pair.
I get a wardrobe budget every year. Yeah.
All right. Well, now I got to pull up a different browser and put it in there, and we'll see if it will let me share the screen on StreamYard. So this is the high-tech advantage you have here. All right, let me go on to Chrome and try it there. Let's see.
You're handsome, Bucko. It's good. You're good.
Just trying to poof up the locks, baby.
Nice.
About a week from my haircut, so.
User is not authenticated. That sucks. Let me try this. All right. We'll get this fixed. Aaron, fill time while I do this, please.
Yeah, Aaron.
You want to see my show and tell?
Yeah, let's do that while I do that.
Oh yeah, baby.
All I got really is a few CDs.
Usually you only get to see this on OnlyFans, so.
Yeah. So
Chris and Aaron show.
I got a couple.
Very good.
Yeah, well done. Things Chris Sinzak thinks about.
Oh yeah.
I recently picked up this.
Death Cult.
Yeah, this is the Cult before they were the Cult.
Oh.
It's got a few songs on it. It's pretty good. I got to listen to it.
Not too bad.
Curious about it. It's not too bad. You know, you can tell it's Ian Astbury. So it's pre-Cult. Here's something else I picked up recently. I'd never seen this before. Motorhead, Lemmy, and Larry Wallace. Larry Wallace was the original guitar player for Motorhead, and it's just got a bunch of random stuff on it. It's got some Larry Wallace, got some Pink Fairies, Motors,
Got some Larry.
Lemmy and the Upsetters. I don't know what that is, so I'm looking forward to listening to that.
Oh, let me know on that one. That's kind of neat.
I picked this up, the Thornbirds. Anybody ever heard of this?
Oh, I love that miniseries. Yeah.
Yeah. That was something my mom liked a lot too. I remember when I was younger. This band,
that's who I watched it with.
You were just in Wisconsin, so.
I was gonna tell Baco about that because that Thornbirds, I think you would really like that. It's somewhere between like Lit and Enough's Enough. Like it's somewhere in there. There's some good stuff on there. I like it a lot.
That's a nice little balance there. Lit and Enough's Enough. I like it.
It's
very cool.
It's good. I like it a lot. This, I went to a record show in Franklin not like a week ago and picked this up because I'd never seen it before. It's Elf with Ronnie James Dio. I paid $28 for this thing because it's a UK only release, and I think it was the third and final album by Elf. It's Trying to Burn the Sun. So I haven't even had a chance to pull the plastic off there yet, but I'm looking forward to checking that out. And then the last thing I got at the record show was this, the Plasmatics Coup d'etat. And it's got Richie Stott's autograph on it, the guitar player from the band.
That was just his copy of it. So.
I think so, yeah. So it's my copy now.
Am I the only one that thinks Aaron kind of looks like that? I can't remember the character's name. It was in The Force Awakens. They go to the bar and Han Solo talks to that woman with the sunglasses and the headset, with him kind of leaning in. Yeah, he's got a little Star Wars effect going.
I gotta watch that.
Moss. Anyway,
I'll get there, man. I got the Disney Plus with the sole purpose of watching the entire Star Wars saga in like the order of the story, not the order the movies came out, but order of the story.
I think on Disney Plus they actually have it in order, like you can watch it in chronological order.
Yeah.
So like when it comes to like movies or television, you're happy streaming, but with music you're all physical.
Right. Yeah. Well, I mean, because it would be too much to buy all that shit, I think.
What do you mean too much? You spent $28 on a CD.
Yeah, you just bought an Elf CD for $28.
That's different. It's deal.
Yeah. No, I was actually clarifying, but because I'm kind of the same way, but with Star Wars, the weird thing is that like I own all of the actual movies, but like I have Disney Plus too, so if I watch one, I just fire that fucking bullshit up. So
right, because I mean, is the Mandalorian and stuff like that? Is that even on DVD? I guess it must be, huh?
I don't think Mandalorian is. No.
So
I was talking about the movies. So
do that, yeah. So no, I'm doing everything. So I started with like the Clone Wars and am working my way through everything. So I'm up to right now. I'm on Andor, which is somewhere between like the first timeline, like the oldest Star Wars movie, and after the Clone Wars. It's like when Luke Skywalker's just like a teenager. He ain't even part of the story.
Hey, what's the password here?
I'm just getting ready to go. I'm just letting Aaron finish.
Oh, it's whatever. Let's do it.
I finally got figured out how to get this screen to share. So, all right, here we go. Battle for 1994. First up, Helmet Betty versus Danzig 4.
Betty's not as good as Meantime. I really love Meantime, and I like Danzig 4 quite a bit. I'm going to go Danzig 4 on this one.
Yeah, easy one for me, Danzig 4.
I'm going to go Helmet.
I'm also helmet on this one.
Oh, shit, so we're tied. All right.
Now, the people get to decide.
Yeah, I know. I have to juggle here. So,
all right. So if you're
having a rough day
and you're commenting right now, we need you to comment.
Yeah, comment on Helmet or Danzig here, which one you would rather pick, because we're locked up here at 2-2.
That's what's nice when we got 4 guests on the show, because if it does end up like this, as it has in this very first matchup, the tiebreaker is the people.
All right, leave a comment. There's not a lot of y'all watching, so let's I don't know. We're stuck at a tie on this one right now because nobody's chiming in.
Come on.
Helmet or Danzig? Come on, guys. Not everything is poison. Come on. Let's go. All right. Mark Alden Taylor says Helmet.
Oh, Chad
Well,
Weaver says Danzig.
Danzig.
Chad's a handsome man and Mark's a dumbass. So,
So we're still tied, by the way.
We're still tied.
Still
Three to
talking.
three.
Yeah. The
Danzig.
people have spoken.
The 10 people have spoken. 3 of the 10 have spoken.
Yeah.
Come on, guys. Like
Danzig's up by 1.
Oh, Danzig. All right.
Nice. Let's call it. Let's move on.
Let's call it Danzig wins. All right. Winner.
Oh, wow. Oh, it worked.
Go to the right screen.
Not like anybody's got anything better to do on a Friday night than hang out with us.
Could not set winner.
You gotta start the tournament. You did this last time. You have
Oh,
to start
Jesus Christ. All right. This is what I get. All right. Let me start the
You did
tournament.
this last. Wow.
I did this on New Year's Eve.
Oh, this.
Okay. Thank you, Jimmy. All right. Danzig wins.
So that should be an extra vote for Helmet.
I got voted for them too. All right, next up, Weezer self-titled versus Alice in Chains.
Jar of Flies.
Yeah, Jar of Flies all day.
That
Jar of
Weezer,
Flies.
the Weezer self-titled is a perfect album. So
It's not bad.
I like it, but
Yeah.
I mean, I can't never pick Weezer over Alice in Chains. I don't think
Jar of Flies is just an EP, isn't it?
Yeah.
that's true.
I would take the Weezer record over the last Alice in Chains record with Lane, but
Oh yeah,
All right. Well, Jar of Flies is going to go on.
Next
Next up, here's a great matchup: Testament Low versus Jackal.
If
Push
this
comes
is
to
split.
shove.
oh,
it's gonna. There's no way. Like to me, you're not going Jackal, are you?
I'm Testament all the way on this.
Testament. So it's up to the Decibel Geeks to make this a put. Come on, man.
I'm not picking Jackal. I'm picking Testament on this.
hell no, man. I'm going with Jackal.
Oh, geez.
I knew it.
You're
God
all
damn it.
alone on that one.
I can't believe it. You guys don't even.
I can't believe it.
I can't believe it.
Testament goes on. Next up, Tesla Bust a Nut versus Nirvana Unplugged.
You know what? I'm just gonna see how you guys vote, and I'll break the
It's,
tie.
it's an interesting matchup, is it not?
That's
guess.
weird for sure. I'm gonna go Tesla.
I'll go Tesla.
I've never heard the Tesla album, so I'll go Nirvana.
Vago.
I don't care for either record at all. I'm going Tesla just so we don't have to turn it to the listeners.
All right. Tesla goes on. All right. Next up, Slayer Divine Intervention versus
Oh
King's
my God,
X
it's the same
Dogman.
thing.
Ugh. Paul Bostoff, Slayer versus King's X.
King's X. all the way.
Fucking what? I want to say Divine Intervention was 1995. I'm gonna do the same thing.
I'll go King's X on this one.
Baca, what are you going with?
I'm waiting.
That's
You're right.
94, but it's
No. I was making a joke.
I mean, I am not a fan of King's X, so I'm gonna go Slayer.
Baco.
All right. Well, I'll go Slayer then. I guess.
All right. We're all tied up.
All right. To
That's the worst Slayer record, though. Honestly, would it be easier if you picked any?
Cecil says Tesla. Oh, never mind.
Cecil.
Shit. Ditto Head 213.
Slayer or King's
I'm becoming a
X?
big fan of Cecil. I just want to say that. So.
Yeah.
Slayer or King. Although I think don't most Slayer fans hate this record?
I think it's somewhat divided. I definitely it's my least favorite.
That's
actually,
the one Toby Wright produced, right?
It
yeah.
is.
Actually, we talked to him at Rocknpod, and I brought that up. I was like, the production's fine, but I think that's the worst Slayer album. And well, he punched me in the throat and left. He ended the interview.
He wasn't happy with my thoughts on Tom Araya.
He went and talked to Fake Kid Rock. So
Oh yeah, Kid Kentucky.
Kid Kentucky, baby.
All right, nobody's voting, so we're split on this.
Oh,
So-
then I'll change my vote. King's
All right,
X.
So you're picking King's X. Oh, geez, come on, guys, be more vocal. You guys are usually good about doing this. All right, so
Me and Baca were on. They were ruining the ratings.
So
We're bringing it down like these guys.
yeah, you have to have ratings to start with.
We just talked about 20 minutes of Tennessee Titans football. So.
All right, Pride and Glory, self-titled versus Korn, self-titled. It's kind of a lopsided
Corn.
one, isn't it?
Come on.
Corn.
Yeah.
You gotta go with Korn.
Camaro's going to go Pride and Glory.
I'm going
And then
Pride.
it's up to.
Baca.
You know what? I appreciate that what Zakk Wylde was doing with that record, but I'm not a big fan of either one, but at least I can say, Korn really brought, it was almost like this new version of music. So I'm gonna give, out of respect, I'm gonna go Korn.
All right, Korn goes on. All right, next up, Pantera, Far Beyond Driven versus Overkill, WFO.
Pantera.
Which means wide fucking open, apparently.
Yeah.
Pantera, come on.
Pantera.
Wow. I actually thought you were going to go with, all right. That's our first unanimous one. Right?
I'm not a non-conformist.
Not even I don't even think that's one of the better Pantera records, but I don't
either.
It's still, whatever.
That's not
all right.
Overkill album either.
Last matchup in the first round, Motley Crue self-titled versus Megadeth Euthanasia.
Crew
all day.
Crew. Show me.
Megadeth.
I knew you were going to pick Megadeth. All right, Motley Crue goes
I will
on.
say that in the last few years, I've gotten more into that Motley Crue album, but yeah.
I like both of them a lot. That's really the last Megadeth album I was kind of all in on. All right, so we go to the second round. Danzig 4 versus Jar of Flies.
Ooh, boy.
Weezer.
Yeah, Weezer. Korn. I love these albums
decision.
both. I got to go Jar of Flies, though.
Me too.
I honestly don't really think it's as close as I want it to be because, of the first 4 Danzig records, I think they're all like must-haves, but this is my least favorite of the 4. But Jar of Flies is just
kind of iconic.
Amazing. Yeah.
I mean, they can put out a box set for $225 of an EP.
Thank God it's sold out, so my wife won't get it for me for Christmas next year.
I had the exact same thought. I'm like, God, I don't want to buy this. Thank God it's sold out.
Oh, man.
It does come
Now you
with
can
an
put that
actual
money
jar.
towards a Vinnie Vincent Facebook group.
Don't think I haven't already done it, buddy.
And with $25 to spare, that'll get you one trip through the McDonald's drive-through.
So we're all doing Jar of Flies on this.
Or Danzig 4.
Who's doing Danzig?
I'll go Alice in Chains.
I'm going Alice in Chains too.
All right.
Okay.
Unanimous. All right. Alice in Chains goes on.
2 great albums, but a sweep. Fuck.
Testament Low versus Tesla Bust a Nut.
It's also Testament on that one.
Tesla.
I love Tesla, but that album is like, boy, they're on fumes, man.
It's just
such a creative. Not the greatest
cover.
Testament record either, I guess.
That's a really good Testament record. You got Low. You've got.
I love this Testament record personally.
Yeah. Well, as far as their classic sound, it's definitely a shift. You know what I mean? But I said Testament before you finished your sentence, so I'm in.
All right, so Testament's gonna go on. Next
Bracket
match. Bracket Brawl. King's X Dogman versus Korn self-titled. I'm sorry, King's X.
Korn.
King's X.
Oh, I think you have to go with Korn. That album was revolutionary at the time. I love the Dogman album, but the Korn one kind of changed things. And we go. Oh, this is a matchup.
Oh shit!
Pantera, Far Beyond Driven versus Motley Crue self-titled. Fuck.
Man, this is the toughest one so far, I think.
I can tell you who is drawing better attendance this time. Pantera.
I don't know. Motley played stadiums. They're doing okay.
Not at that time they did.
Not on this.
Oh, you mean then? I thought you meant
yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean,
is Motley Crue really playing stadiums right now?
With Def Leppard and Poison. And
they're canceling arena shows, but
they're canceling New Year's Eve shows too. I go on with Motley.
I already voted Crue.
Aaron?
Man, I love both these a lot.
You gonna tie it or you gonna make it a landslide?
It's a tough one. I guess I'm gonna have to go Crue. Just by a little bit, just a little.
Motley Crue goes on. So now we're down to.
It's funny. At the time, nobody gave a damn for that album, but now all these years later, it's kind of revered.
Chris, could you do me a favor, just
yes,
as a tangent? Can you pull up an image of Maz M-A-Z, one word, Kanata, K-A-N-A-T-A.
Okay. All right. Nice.
Does
Oh,
that
that's
help?
Yeah.
Yeah,
there we go.
it's the head. A lot of it's the headphones too.
Yeah, no, it definitely is the headphones with the glasses, but yeah. And there's one, there we go, the one right where she's like got them up on her head. Yeah, that's Camaro.
All right.
You're my boy. Anyway, what do we got?
I'm lost. I don't know
Stop.
where we're going.
Stop the tournament. Stop.
Everybody's kicked off the stream.
What happened?
We need you to stop and look at this Star Wars thing real quick.
Oh, okay. All right. Alice in Chains, Jar of Flies versus Testament Low.
Alice in Chains.
Testament,
Same.
come on.
Baco, you're Alice in Chains.
Mhm.
I'll pick Testament just so we can go to the audience and see what they're saying.
Hmm.
If they're saying anything. Cecil says Danzig. Facebook user says Crew.
Crew.
All right.
There must be a lot of lag. Maybe we need just to wait a second.
There might be, but I don't know. I'm gonna pick Alice in Chains. You have to pick it. Come on. And then that go now. Motley Crue versus Korn. This is a tough one for me.
I'm gonna go Crew.
Corn.
God damn. This is like the toughest matchup between these two records.
How are we friends?
I haven't voted yet, Josh.
Not you. I'm talking about just in general.
I don't know.
I ask myself that all the time. But man. Which one? Which
common interest,
I'm gonna go with Korn. So we're tied.
All right. Let's
see if anyone's
to the internet.
Cecil says Motley. We did have
All right.
one vote there, so right now Motley's winning. Anyone else want to vote? You've got like a few seconds, and then we're gonna move on because we have another bracket to do.
That might have been from a couple of rounds ago. Mark Alt Taylor said
Yeah, we don't know.
there's a lag in the connection.
I think your connection's slow. We've had so Mark Alden Taylor says King's X.
Oh yeah, there is something to it then.
Maybe there is. I don't know. Usually it's pretty right on. But all right, so far. Oh, now Chad Weaver says Korn. So we're still tied up.
Oh,
How about we say the next vote wins?
Okay.
So the next person says Korn or Motley Crue, that's who's gonna win. So do it in the comments section, please.
Play the same song.
There we go. Alice in Chains.
What?
What? Wrong record.
We could be here for a while.
Yeah, I know.
Please, somebody vote for one of these albums.
Yeah, we don't even know what round he was voting Motley Crue in at this point.
Somebody should really be a smart ass and vote Overkill.
Where's
The
Gene?
next vote for Korn or Motley Crue will win. Yeah, where is Gene Vogel? He should be a part of this. I don't have the Jeopardy music queued up, so. Oh, new comment. Toomey, your vote does not count. Motley Crue. So Motley Crue. wins.
Oh, Timmy almost got in there.
Nice try, though.
I think, honestly, if it came in first, I would have given it to him. I think that you have to abide by the rules.
All right,
actually,
so-
technically, if you look at my comments here, my Korn is above Motley Crue here. So
Yeah.
Motley Crue wins.
I actually signed in
It was still in.
to try to match to me, and I posted Crew, but it hasn't even come up yet. So I don't know.
All right, here's the final. Jar of Flies versus Motley Crue.
Motley Crue.
I'm going Motley Crue.
Jar of Flies.
I'm gonna say Jar of Flies too.
Oh shit. All right.
Yeah, they're saying we got a huge lag.
It was by the time I posted that and it came up, it was a little bit.
Yeah, mine hasn't even come up yet.
Well, shit.
What is going on tonight? Maybe there are hundreds of people, and we'll just, as soon as we log off, all the comments will come through.
Cecil says Motley Crue. Toomey.
What then?
Shane's bro.
Your name's right on the account. That doesn't work. So right now Motley Crue's in the lead. So one more vote unless it ties it up. There's a few of you in there. Come on, put it in the comments. Motley Crue or Alice in Chains.
Come on, motherfuckers. Alice in Chains.
Aaron. Toomey.
What?
I'm glad we're having fun.
Not to me.
All right, Chad Weaver, thank you.
There we go, there.
There it is.
Jar of Flies is the winner. Ding. There you go.
I don't even know how you guys are doing that.
It's this expensive technology.
In the palm of your hand.
All right.
Terminology.
All right, next one up. I've got a video for this. So, and I'm gonna be inspired. I'm gonna be inspired by Baco.
Merch madness.
I'll give credit where it is.
Oh, Lord.
Like that.
It's not March Badness, but it's Merch Badness.
The graphics
Now, I'm
department.
actually gonna. I will actually concede this would be a moment of inspiration and not theft. Yes,
It is a moment of inspiration.
it's a play. It's a play on words.
Hey, look at me at the bottom.
All right. Kiss Coffin
Yeah.
versus Kiss Branded Shoes.
What's going on with Chad Weaver's Jaro?
Wait, let me go back to the. I gotta.
It's Josh.
What happened?
What's up to me?
Toomey's trying to peek.
Oh, my bad. Hey, I'm juggling a lot here.
That was funny.
Kiss Coffin versus Kiss Branded Shoes.
I kind of
What
like.
do you think? And the goal is to get the worst Kissed merch product.
Okay,
ever.
so we're doing the March Madness theme, even like.
Yes.
Oh man.
Oh, Kiss Coffin all the way.
Yeah, it's got to
Yeah.
be.
What? Kiss Coffin.
Might as well just slide Kiss Coffin into first.
I mean, you do make a good point.
Some shoes are actually pretty damn cool.
Yeah, those shoes scream Camaro. So yeah.
Yeah, especially the
And only Camaro.
silver
wow.
one on top with the lightning. I kind of like that. I didn't even know those existed. I want them now, unless
Oh, boy.
they're Tommy Thayer on the back or on the other side. That
I'll take some Vinnie Vincent shoes.
There is a wide variety of ugly band shoes that you can buy. So Kiss, that's not that offensive to me. But the Coffin is just, and the way that they even sell it, like it doubles as a beer cooler.
Yeah.
Also, I've never drank or done drugs my entire life, but you can put a case of Coors Light in here and get hammered.
Yep.
We'll get you coming and going.
Yeah, there we go.
Oh, that's a product we're gonna get to later. All right, Kiss Coffin moves on.
You got to start the tournament, Sinzak.
Oh God damn it!
I'm gonna send Toomey a pair of Crocs that are spray painted pink,
All right.
so you can have some Vinnie Vincent shoes.
All right, Coffin moves on. Thank you, Timmy.
No, they need to be golden.
Next up, a
Onky.
Kiss Snuggie, and then something that a lot of Kiss fans don't know what it is: deodorant.
Ooh, zing!
There was Kiss deodorant.
Yeah, Kiss for him and
fun-
cologne.
Fun fact, Baco purchased both.
Really?
They actually both might still be in my house.
Is
Definitely the deodorant. I'm not sure if the Snuggie made it through the last trip to Goodwill or not. But
Look at that fucking thing.
That's sweet.
my wife wore it all the time.
Is the deodorant? Is it a gel or is it a
It's a
solid
stick.
wick?
Yeah.
So it's the white.
It came with like what else was in there?
They had
We got the him and her, but
the
whatever.
perfume and cologne.
Yeah, okay. And it was all fucking garbage. I
Which is-
brought the deodorant to the first Rocknpod. Remember that? Used it that weekend.
I was about to say you didn't wear it, did you?
So you're the one.
Well, no, I did, but you couldn't tell because it's garbage. But
Well, it says it's all night long, not all day.
I like the Kiss deodorant better than the Snuggie. I'm going Snuggie. This is to advance the shittier one, right? Snuggie.
Snuggie. Toomey.
I'll go Snuggie.
Camaro.
I just got to know when Baco and his wife got the perfumes and the colognes. I mean, did you like each put it on and then go crazy like mad passion?
You know it, man.
Oh, there's a couple little Bacos running around because of that.
Oh yeah,
They hit the highway doing 60.
They're all over the place.
Shit. I don't know. The deodorant seems pretty dumb. I'm gonna go with it.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Snuggie because at least the deodorant serves a purpose.
Yeah.
All right.
And by the way,
Snuggie-
a needed purpose for the Kiss fan.
All right. Snuggie moves on. All right.
That thing wasn't meant to be worn 24/7. You need to take it off once in a while.
Next up, some apparel. We have this ridiculous shirt from the 90s with looks like a guy fucking a dog in the ass called Calling Dr. Love.
This is after the reunion, though, right?
No, before. This was like when Carnival of Souls was being made.
All right, fair enough. I
And
remember
then
the shirt.
This jacket that came out supposedly celebrating Dynasty. It came out like a year ago. And this thing cost like $450.
You know what? That actually factors in, I think. I would say the shirt, but now that because I always thought that was the dumbest Kiss shirt ever made. But $400 for that fucking that's more than that leather coat. That was like $250 So yeah, no. Dynasty jacket is worth it.
I agree on the jacket. That's really bad.
Yeah, the jacket kind of looks like a 6th grade art project that I would have done when I was in 6th grade.
I'm pretty sure this is your literal 6th grade jacket.
Yeah, that's what it looks like, but I painted it myself.
That's pretty awful. All right, so the the Dynasty jacket moves on.
Bad.
All right. Next up, the Kiss waffle maker. And these products are connected because then that leads to the Kiss Hello Kitty toilet paper.
Well, being an owner of the waffle maker.
All right, we two people who own something so far.
Yeah, I got to go with the toilet paper. That's
yeah. You know what? Who cares if it makes waffles? It's got to be better than. But man, there's just something so poetic about like rubbing, like Kiss, you giving Kiss money, and then taking the product and then shoving it in your ass and flushing it down.
Well, that's what I do with the waffle maker. So
yeah. So honestly, I'm pushing the waffle maker on because I think the Kiss toilet paper is what Kiss fans deserve. It's like you literally flush your money down the toilet with this one.
But it's not just Kiss; it's a collaboration with Hello Kitty. That's bad.
Yeah, I never liked any of the Hello Kitty stuff, so I'm gonna go with toilet paper.
Okay, so we have two against one with toilet paper with waffle. I guess with waffle maker, at least you get a waffle out of the deal. So I'm gonna go with the toilet paper.
And the waffle says Kiss on it.
Yeah, or has Gene's makeup on it. All right,
Great marketing.
Next up, Crocs with a
Crocs.
K.
Crocs.
And these horrible demon slippers from the
Crocs.
Circus era.
Those Crocs are pretty sweet, man. I'm gonna go demon slippers on that one.
All right.
I own a pair of similar demon slippers, but they're from the mid like 98-ish Spencer's. But yeah, Crocs, everything Crocs sucks, so fuck Crocs.
I agree with you, Crocs. Aaron, what do you pick?
I had the Ace Frehley slippers in the 90s. So yeah, Crocs are lame. I'm going with Crocs.
Crocs
Suck
win.
it to me.
Crocs win. All right. The ultimate in disrespect to your fans. Kiss air guitar strings versus their cycling shorts. Are we in agreement that this is the least purchased product among Kiss fans?
Well, what sizes do they come in? Are they available in like a 6X? Then it's probably fairly popular, you know.
I couldn't believe I found these.
What the air guitar strings? Look, no, this is again. I have to put the cycling shorts ahead because the Kiss guitar strings, they are once again what Kiss fans deserve. You have been accepting less for more every year of your life. You've been taking your allowance money and handing it over to Paul Stanley. For 40 years. You deserve a literal, even though it's a pun and it's supposed to be funny, but the reason it's not funny is because it's Kiss. It's like, we're literally giving you nothing. $5.
A bag of nothing.
I've never.
So I think that the shorts go on because what you said, Chris. Like seriously, outside
Nobody
of Paul
bought
Stanley,
these.
who likes Kiss that can fit into those fucking things? So yeah,
Were the air guitar strings real?
Yes, they're sold at
Okay.
the Kiss
Yeah.
Mini Golf in Vegas.
Mhm.
I've never seen either one of these products till this moment just now. So it's
I've seen those before.
it's just an empty bag.
yeah,
Yeah,
you have, baby.
It's an empty bag.
Wow.
with Tommy on it.
Oh, that's lame.
Well, that makes sense too. Yeah.
I'm going
Double fuck you.
strings.
So Toomey's going guitar strings.
No, I'm gonna go to cycling shorts.
Baco's going cycle shorts, so it's up to me.
You guys
I don't-
won't wear those if you're out riding your bike?
I mean, I do wear them. Don't get me wrong.
No, they're actually well made. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
as much as
I got my Les Paul strung up with those strings right now, as a matter of
I want to pick cycling shorts, but I've got to pick the guitar. There's nothing more disrespectful than here's a bag of absolutely nothing.
But
Buy this.
the air guitar strings make sense. Like it's Kiss and it's stupid. Like the cycling shorts have no bearing on anything. Like the air guitar strings are at least kind of funny. Like if I bought this for Baco, it'd be like, haha.
I guess there's more cleverness to the air
Yeah.
guitar strings other than cycling shorts. But all right, we'll put cycling because people are not interacting in the comments, so I will make that go on. All right, so now we're down to the Kiss coffin
No,
versus
Is
the
there one
Kiss.
more at the bottom?
You missed one at the bottom.
Did I have one more?
Yeah.
Oh, you're
Oh,
right.
yeah, two more. didn't you?
Two
yeah.
more. The Kiss pizza box that you could buy at a New York City pizza place. And you're not buying pizza. You're just buying the box in New York City,
But
or
there's
the
in there.
chip and dip set that came out through Spencer's back in the 90s.
I own the chip and dip set. It's sitting on my coffee table in the Baco room. Pizza box.
All right.
Yeah, actually, I think the chip and dip set's actually kind of cool. So I'm gonna go pizza box too.
So yeah, no pizza in the pizza box.
No, you
Oh,
could
she
pay
knows-
$100 extra.
It's because
and get
New
pizza
York
in it,
and
'cause
New
it's
York pizza,
It's New
and
York,
that comes in
y'all.
a box. So use Kiss in a New York pizza box. Kiss from New York.
Yeah, I'm gonna go pizza box.
Yeah, you have to go pizza box. That picture is from an eBay listing, and somebody was selling this fucking pizza box for $200.
Yeah.
Either that, you can get that. You can get the box set of Jar of Flies, or Vinnie Vincent, membership.
Hey,
The gift that keeps on giving.
Or not.
choose wisely.
I should have just went to New York that weekend and not went to the show.
Just bought pizza box.
went around town and picked up all the bullshit that I could take back and sell on eBay.
There were people that did that.
Yeah, they're selling their pizza boxes, and some fools buying it for $250.
You could be like
Dude,
Sinzak and go to New York
New Gooch has
and
bought it all up. So
hang around stairwells and stuff. Like, oh, I'm just here for the Kiss stuff. And the security guards are like, oh, here's some more of those riffraff coming
outta
through here trying to,
Oh, fuck off.
Get out of here, nerd.
Oh, there's plenty of people that were happy that would have loved to have done the same thing.
Yeah.
And those
I
people are
can't wait
named
for your
Baco.
vacation to Bakersfield where you're like, oh, here's where Corn practiced.
Sweet.
All right. Next up is a modern, ridiculous
Sweet.
Paul Stanley action figure from Mego, no less.
Yeah, like Mego, I had some of those when I was a little kid, like Spider-Man and Captain Kirk and shit.
But like, look how poorly put together this is.
That's kind of how they were.
Yeah.
And I love on the
But-
quote, it says, "My goodness, people."
That's
but you mock it, but how horny is everybody right now?
Oh yeah, I know. And then Kiss condoms that were tongue lubricated by Gina.
Oh, gross. My Kiss condoms were I bought on the Revenge tour, and they're not those. I wonder if they're worth more because of it. I don't know.
You mean when you put on your Kiss cologne, you and Amy didn't just go to town with your Kiss condoms?
This was like a
No,
good
Kiss
12,
condoms.
16 years before I met the old Toots.
But you said you still have them.
Oh yeah, no, I don't need them. Yeah,
Well,
yeah
I
they're in the display. They're one of the few things. Well, actually, I still have everything that I packed up. So technically, I haven't sold much of my shit. But yeah, that's one that. Hey, by the way, any takers out there, I have 2 Revenge era condoms. One black package, one white.
Is the black one bigger?
Decent condition.
Are you describing colors or sizes?
Yes. Hit me
let's
up.
see.
They're yours for the right price.
The condoms on this one, by the way.
Okay. Baco,
Yeah, condoms.
Aaron.
Yeah, condoms are pretty dumb.
Yeah.
All right. Condoms are going to go on.
But I've had sex with 4,000 women. I took a picture of all of them.
I got to vote for condoms because it makes me think of Gene's sex tape.
By the way, Avatar Gene has already fucked 400,000 women. So
Wow.
I believe it.
400,000 Avatar women.
You'd think he'd lose some weight.
None of your favorite cartoon characters are safe.
Yeah. Watch out, Betty Rubble.
Aladio is pregnant.
Aladio is pregnant. All right. Kiss Coffin versus Kiss Snuggie.
Kiss Coffin.
Sure, ain't nothing dumber than that Kiss Coffin. I mean, the
Heartbeat.
only thing that makes that Kiss Coffin cool is the fact that Dimebag was buried in one. That's the only thing that makes.
Yeah, I have to agree with you, but it is also the one thing that always comes up, even back when I cared, that like, oh, Kiss, oh, what do they got now? Kiss Coffin. You know, it's that one thing that they just constantly, the people who weren't into Kiss could always point to, that you're a fucking idiot for liking this band. And they did it. So they're like, this is how much we love our fans. But look, I won't get into that. You know, they've continued to show they don't give a fuck about us anyway. But yeah, this is the biggest. Like I said, slide this motherfucker into the first place. So yeah, Kiss Coffin.
Yeah, it's hard to beat.
Did you guys see Gene's appearance on Conan O'Brien when this was out and he promoted it?
I don't remember it.
He just went into full salesman mode. He's like, oh, and Conan's like, you've actually sold some of these? He's like, oh yeah, thousands. He goes, no, you lie. You haven't sold one of these.
Yeah. Same with
like,
the monster book.
Yeah. Gene tried to make the claim that a bunch of sports bars across America were buying them for it to be a cooler in a conversation. But he's like, I've never seen one in a bar.
No,
And you go to bars all the time.
Exactly.
There's no bar is going to wheel that out and full of beer because people are just going to fucking grab out of it. So I mean, you wouldn't be able to use it in that.
You know, that's a great point because you need the girl on the other side to sell them to you.
Right.
The beer trough lady.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say the Snuggie is actually worse than the Coffin. I think the Coffin's kind of sweet.
The Coffin's gonna go on. All right. The Dynasty jacket versus the toilet paper. Where else are you going to get this matchup?
What is going on in the artwork of that jacket? Like, that's what I don't get.
It's pretty hideous.
Like, who did that? That looks like
Looks like
Microsoft.
somebody's.
Looks like Camaro opened up Microsoft Paint and was like trying to draw the Kiss face paint.
Hell no, I'm way better with the Microsoft Paint than this piece of garbage.
The price is the only reason I advanced it last time. I'm going toilet paper.
Yeah, they're both pretty lame, but I mean, there's nothing really lamer than your favorite band teaming up with some lame ass cartoon, and then here's what you get: toilet paper. I mean, it's embarrassing because people always say, oh, yeah, I'll wipe my ass with Kiss toilet paper. Ha ha ha. You know, like, yeah. What do you say to that? You know, yeah, it's a real
It's
thing.
right up there with the Coffin. It probably should be this and Coffin in the championship round because it's like, again, the whole punchline of Kiss is that, like, fans who actually like the band and like the music and all that stuff, this is what we got thrown back at us. Is like, those guys will sell anything, you know?
Right. And then other
even
people.
Kiss toilet paper.
Yeah, it's like, here's another thing for you guys to be embarrassed by. Thank you for your constant support and fandom.
Thanks for being such a great businessman, Gene.
I'll go with the toilet paper too.
Toilet paper.
I mean, I'm surprised there's not Kiss shit that you can buy, like literal dog shit.
Like, we'll get you shitting and we'll get you dying.
A stuffed Kiss shit emoji.
Yeah, or just a bag of shit that says Kiss on it.
Didn't we already do this one?
We have not done this matchup, no. Kiss Crocs versus the cycling shorts.
Shorts.
Baco has a real hatred for Crocs.
Yeah, anybody who has like taste has a hatred for Crocs. Like there's no good way to wear Crocs.
I just think they're uncomfortable.
Really? Because that's the only argument for them is like
I don't think they're comfortable at all.
You should try them on. They're so comfortable. I'm like, well, but they look like you're a fucking retard walking around with them. So sorry to all the retards.
That's compelling. I'm gonna also go with Crocs.
Toomey, did you vote?
I'm gonna go shorts.
Shorts.
Ooh.
What do I think's more worthless here? Crocs or
picture the combination, like you're wearing both.
Oof.
Oh,
time, huh?
Boner alert.
Look
somebody's
at
been shopping
now I'm in. I'm in with the Crocs.
Somebody's shopping in the never gonna get laid section.
Like filling out my dating profile on the whatever app, and it's like I'm looking for a girl that can look good in this and this.
All right, I'm gonna pick
and cook waffles.
I'll pick the cycling shorts. They're pretty bad, even though I don't like either. All right,
kiss waffles, great. Kiss Crocs and kiss crotchless.
Why did that not go through? I thought I picked the winner. Cycling shorts.
Hey, baby, come spend the night with me. I'll feed you some waffles in the morning. Kiss
All right.
waffles.
The Kiss pizza box from this last tour and the Kiss condoms. What's worst?
This tournament is fucking painful. As a Kiss fan, it hurts me.
That was the point.
I know it, but it sucks and it hurts. And I'm looking at this and it's like all this stuff is stupid bullshit, and I don't like any of it.
They're the best band to make fun of, and I love them dearly.
I mean,
they're total garbage, and I know because they're my favorite band.
Yeah. Exactly.
And if anybody can point that out, it's us.
I think the condom at least serves a purpose. The pizza box, not so much. I'm going with the pizza box.
Yeah, I'm pizza box on this one too.
Pizza box.
I don't know. At least Pizza Box was like a souvenir of an event, something you went to.
Hey, used condom is a souvenir of an event too, baby.
It's a souvenir of a pizza place.
I'm such a Kiss fan that I actually tied it off and kept it after I used it because I just didn't want to break up the collection. I'm gonna go condoms. That's dumb.
It's all outvoted.
All dumb.
All right.
It's all dumb.
Oh no.
It's all dumb. All right. Well, this should be the championship round, but whoever wins this is gonna win. Kiss the coffin versus the toilet paper.
I made my claim in round one, coffin.
Yeah.
So.
All right, Toomey.
I'm gonna go toilet paper. Coffin, I don't think it's that bad, and it looks like it's the original floor and not like Eric Singer. Okay.
Yeah, it's before they did their stuff. So.
Yeah, so let's go coffin.
They may have updated
toilet paper. Yeah, no, they've updated the coffin.
And you got the best view of Gene's raccoon's, cap wig here. I'm going with the coffin.
And if somebody came to me and said, choose, you can have either one of these things for free, either a Kiss coffin or a pallet of this Kiss toilet paper.
That's different.
One you would use in your actual life and one you would not.
Use in your death.
I'd take the coffin, so I'm gonna go with toilet paper. Toilet paper is the worst, man. The worst.
I got a tie. Is anyone commenting?
If this was 2020, then that pallet of toilet paper would actually be
damn right.
Super
get you laid.
Well, breaking news: Vince McMahon has resigned from the WWE.
Well, oh dear God!
Thanks for the listener interaction here. So we're still tied.
What do you expect from that guy, man?
Since Mark Alden Taylor's the only one comment. No, wait, we got Surfer
fan says toilet. Oh, so the coffin has been outvoted unless somebody jumps in like right now. I don't think so.
Put your phone down, Baco.
Right. Yeah, don't do it.
Toilet paper, it's so lame.
I'm old man. I don't know how to.
Toilet paper is going to go up against the winner of this matchup: cycling shorts versus a pizza box.
Toilet paper all the way.
I gotta go with the pizza box. It's so fucking worthless.
I kind of think.
Well, those cycling shorts are pretty worthless too. Because
to Kiss for
I might want those cycling shorts.
I like that you get the seat cover with them. That's nice.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought that was like I did a picture of like where your balls go or something like that. So
same thing.
It's
doesn't
like
it look like some low hanging balls. Most Kiss fans are in their late 50s. Their testicles probably dangle in the water there. So
You get a senior discount.
with every pair of cycling shorts, you get a free 1-year membership to AARP.
The sponsor of this year's Rolling Stones tour, as we talked about in the last episode.
Nice.
Yeah. I'm going with the box here.
Yeah, pizza box.
Cycling shorts are kind of sexy. I'm going to go with the pizza box.
Nice. All right.
The pizza box moves on. The ultimate juggernaut battle. Toilet paper versus a pizza box.
Toilet
paper get past coffin. This is disappointing to me.
Toilet paper's the worst.
Baco, did you notice on the last bracket we did, I think every album I chose was I was like 3-1 on every album. I'm gonna say toilet paper on this one. I just hated that whole Hello Kitty Kiss collaboration.
You can use toilet paper. That pizza box is just an empty pizza box. Again, though, like I think both of these are like exactly what Kiss fans deserve. Here's a pizza box with no pizza, and here's toilet paper so you can flush your money down the toilet. It's literally they're
the pizza box at least is you can put that on a shelf. The toilet paper, I don't want to see the Hello Kitty stuff.
Yeah.
Well, come on. The Hello Kitty shit was garbage.
It does
literally.
You know what? I'm just gonna do because apparently Toomey was sad last round. I'm gonna go toilet paper.
Thanks, Bago.
Aaron, you
That's
picked
for you,
what?
buddy.
Toilet paper all day. That Hello Kitty shit is dumb as hell.
So where everyone's going with toilet paper.
Kiss Coffin should have won this whole thing. It's ridiculous that we're even talking about it. But
Take any other band in the world, and they come out with toilet paper. That's stupid.
Or pizza box, or coffin, or any of this shit.
Really, yeah, really.
So the winner
Although
of
Crocs,
the worst.
there are other band Crocs, but
there are. And get you some
yeah,
puddle of mud
Crocs shoes.
The worst piece of Kiss merch, according to our panel of experts, the Hello Kitty toilet paper.
So lame.
Kiss Coffin is my personal pick, but yeah, as far as the bracket went, I'll concede.
I'm just amazed that it lost to an empty pizza box. That's something. All right. Well, that's
fill me in there. What was it actually? Because it mentioned a pizza place, Prince Pizza. Were they actually only making boxes and selling boxes, or was it like a pizza you can buy there? And someone said, "Could I just get a couple boxes?" And then he sold them on eBay. I don't know.
From what I remember, that location in New York, they would make. You could get the box. It's like you could get the pizza in the box. Like you could have to order the pizza, and it was like $100. But if you wanted just the box, it was like $60.
Okay, all right, then yeah, all valid.
But a lot of fans were wanting to pay the $60 and not get the pizza in it because they don't want it to be damaged.
Right,
because it's so greasy, and of course, if they're gonna eat food, it's gonna be shitty fucking like McDonald's or something. Like Kiss fans they're not foodies.
No.
I mean, they eat a lot.
They don't buy bikes either, but they sell bike shorts.
Yeah. I got a feeling that we're going to see a huge discount on the bike shorts in the near future on kissonline.com.
Mark Alden Taylor says toilet paper.
All right, good. You'll be glad to find out that's exactly how it played out.
But let's do plugs on our way out here. Those are the two brackets I had here. So, Baco, why don't you go first? Where can people find you? What do you got coming up?
CobraSandFire.com can connect you to pretty much anything that we got going on. But a couple things that we do have coming up. I have Chris and Aaron. We haven't really booked a date, but we're doing March Madness 2024. So, and as of now, it's going to be a live stream podcast that people can watch, much like this. That's the plan anyway, but there's some things to get figured out between then and now. So hopefully that'll be the case. Otherwise, it'll be like it's always been in the past, just a regular podcast. Also, I am very close to start launching the hair metal series I'm doing, kind of like the grunge series. Where basically it's the top 100 hair metal records of all time of the entire scene. So most essential ones. So
Oh, did you get
I think
invited to
people will
that?
like that.
I missed mine.
Oh, that's
I didn't get invited either. So
Okay, first of all three. Now this is going back a few years because like I've literally sat on this trying to figure it out. All three of you were invited to contribute to the list.
Really?
All three of you said they would, and all three of you did never got back to
Oops.
me.
I don't believe that. I think I
so-
sent mine in. So.
Yeah, I don't even remember getting the invite,
I don't remember.
Hold on,
getting the
I have it
email.
right here. If you contributed,
but I don't remember
I do.
the invite to
I do not.
you.
Look, I'm not going to debate this. I'll forward the
Just give me
3-year-old
shit.
emails.
Yeah,
But I got.
chance.
I was gonna be like I basically put it on hold for a while and decided what to do with it, and I said, "Fuck it, I'm gonna do the entire top 100." Not so it's a curated list from people like you guys that actually decided to come in. So you must.
You're getting heckled.
If Vinny Vincent makes a list one time. Well, unless you count Kiss, I guess. Maybe 2 times, and I don't know. But anyway, so that's going to be cool. I should be launching that at the end of February, March, something like that.
Nice.
But anyway.
I should have ate some chips while we were doing this. All right, go ahead.
Oh, now we're talking. Yeah. Anyway, so Timmy, what do you got going on? I know you're constantly busy, so.
I don't know. Check me out, newpod.notfest.com. How about that? With my 100 greatest new metal songs of all time. A list I sent you guys 4 years ago.
I'm almost done. I'm almost done.
All right, I'm on it.
Have a tea, maybe in 3 more years.
Toilet paper.
Is that what he's drinking?
I don't think he's snorting any whiskey tonight. But
Toilet paper.
that's all I got. Just appreciate both of you guys. You guys are great. Love your shows. You're always been good friends to us. And thanks for hanging out with us tonight.
Thank you, Baco. Thank you, Sinzak and Aaron.
All right,
Hey, Aaron.
and then we got a new episode coming out this Sunday evening. The top 10 albums of 2023 according to the Decibel Geek podcast. We just basically looked at Baco's list and copied it. That's why.
Well, that's too bad.
That's why it's taken so long.
All right. Any final words? I'm going to take us out otherwise.
No, thank you guys, and thanks everybody. Apparently, not many. All 3 of the people that watched, I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Except for that one guy drinking toilet paper. Yeah.
It was actually 10, but yeah, who's counting?
Thanks to everybody that'll actually watch the replay of this, because we just, I don't know, everybody's got something cool going on Friday nights except for us.
Us.
And here we are.
Hey, Chris, anything good going on with Rocknpod we need to know about?
We did that before you came on.
That's a joke. It's a joke.
Spring 2025, rocknpod.com.
Counterparts was 93. Thanks, Brian.
Wow.
All right. Everyone, thanks so much. We'll see you next time.